Yeah.
See, that's just so incredible.
Yeah, they make all of those little adaptations. Yeah.
They had plenty of time to do it.
Yeah, 200 million years. You know, which is crazy for me because 200 million years, that's when this body style was established. That's when they had a complete shell, top shell, bottom shell. The tail had disappeared. They could fully retract their head inside their shell, and they had a beak, not teeth. So if you look at those features, that's what established this tortoise. Back about 270 million years ago, the older ones had one part or the other. Some had a whole shell, but they had teeth. Some had a longer tail. Some had a shell on the top, but not the bottom. So here, for the last 200 million years, we have this species. But what gets me is you think about that. 66 million years ago was when we had the giant meteor that wiped out 70% of the dinosaurs. So it shows their integrity. You know, it shows how tough they really are. That they survived one of the mass extinctions of the dinosaurs. Yeah, it's crazy.
And then thankfully they're still here after us poaching them so long ago.
Yeah, sure. The pirates
let's just
built the
ships. Put them on our ships, and then it feeds all of our crew for how long?
The pirates built ships to put those animals in. They had the spots laid out, you know.
But then you think about how they moved.
Well, a couple strong men, and if you're hungry, I mean, you're gonna do it. But I don't think you're really caring about the well-being.
No, they just they put
pick them up
they put those they tied them up and they put two large poles. And then like they put a pole in the front, a pole in the back. Then they would tie it so this way the tortoise couldn't move, and then they would just carry him out. Don't forget they would kill him first too. No, wait a minute, they didn't kill him. They put him on a ship. Yeah, for 6 months, 10 months, almost a year. Yeah.
And I think that was the case for both the Galapagos and the Aldabra.
Yeah, sure. I mean, why would it be any different? You know, it's seems to be much more well documented in Galapagos, but not so much in Aldabra. And the interesting thing is, these are the descendants of iguanas. It's a descendant of, not an iguana. It's a descendant of a lizard. Yeah, a lizard turned into the tortoise. They were digging holes, and what they did was they could only dig the hole so wide, so deep, so fast. So what they did was their ribs started to flatten out, and then so they could anchor their back feet, and they could dig with their front feet. So as they
if I understand correctly, when they're following the evolutionary history of turtles and tortoises.
Well, that whole thing, that whole debate has been over if they have 1, 2, or 3 different holes, the synapsid, the diapsid. If they have those different holes, they think they fit into different groups. They're not sure if they fit into reptilia, or they're not sure if they fit into like reptiles with birds and stuff like that. So depends on which one of those trees they've been trying to stick them in. But it turns out that they're putting them with other reptiles. That was the latest thing that I heard. They're going to put them with the reptiles, so they're not a.
They're really old, but then I guess if you date back to we were talking about crocodilians, how crocodilians are more closely related to birds because they all derive from the archosaurs.
Right.
And so who knows kind of where.
Yeah.
They're old too.
Yeah. So I thought it was really interesting. As a matter of fact, if you look at them, did you ever wonder why they walk like they walk? They walk like this. Exactly. And that's because they were a lizard, and so that one time they were doing this. They're still in the process of changing. Everybody is.
I never thought about that, but that really does
that's why they're walking like that. They can't.
Still walking like a lizard with a giant.
It hasn't all caught up to itself yet.
That's so cool.
Why would it if there's no rush?
Yeah, it's working. It's working now, right? So another interesting thing is that, when you look at the metamorphosis that they had to go from a lizard, an animal with an outside rib cage, and the shoulder blades are on the outside, like your shoulder blades are on your outside, but tortoises' shoulder blades are on the inside. So there's a time period that they followed there where the ribs moved back a little bit, and then the shoulder blade moved inside, and then the ribs moved back up. And so they have those different. They know that's what they did to enable them to still move their front legs and everything, but they had to get the
anatomy had to be
proper. The anatomy had to be proper. Yeah. So you think about how much did they really change? They lost that whole tail. They developed these long necks for getting different food types and everything. It's just incredible,
They are just so cool. Most people just see, cool, big tortoise. But to get to where they are now, the history is insane.
Yeah.
And they don't think about the stuff that we're talking about, the personality,
Yeah.
the
The things. Yeah.
things that they take. And then you think, well, I always think about this, it's the personality that gets passed down. I mean, we say personality, but the traits that get passed down to the offspring that continue. And
Yeah.
and that makes
Now he wants to see who's here.
right. Look at him looking at the you are like very curious.
Yeah.
They're very serious. I mean, it's mostly who's got food, but
You know, they come to a time. See, like him right now, he's not into. You see,
yeah.
he came over, and now he's like, hey, you know, yeah, I'm sorry, I was a little hungry when you first stopped by, but
I get a little hangry.
I got but look at that, huh? But then he came over, and you can see him looking in your eyes.
They look right at you.
Yeah, he looked right at you. You've seen him looking in your eyes about like, hey, what's up? Who are you? What's your name? You know.
I mean, it does make sense though because they, you know, like with if they just want to communicate.
You're sitting a little too much in front of him. Just one step back here. No, you can come along the side. He doesn't like directly in front of him.
Like shadows moving above their heads.
Yeah, that's a predatory response because of the birds eating the babies.
The sweet spot.
Yeah, yeah.
So I was
Go right
totally
here's the sweet spot down there.
Oh, here.
Keep going. That no, right,
Oh, like right
in the middle.
Oh,
Yeah, there you go.
spot.
You can see him tense up a little bit.
Whoa, this is good.
Yeah.
Wow.
He lied. Like shell scratches too?
Yeah.
So fantastic. This is actually my first time getting to pet a giant, like adult galap.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Ah,
okay.
Yeah. I know a lot about you guys, and now I get to stare into your beautiful eyes.
Yeah.
He's just doing
He's like, yeah, I know.
Look at
He
that
knows he's
beautiful face.
Mario.
Look at that beautiful face. Oh my goodness. I could literally sit with them all day.
I know.
I mean,
it's like.
How do you get anything done?
when I work with them on my days there, when I'm working with them, I'm like, I don't want to.
It's hard. You can get tied. You can get tied up in them. You know. Sometimes you just stop and you've got to stop. You have to enjoy it. Otherwise, why else do we do this, right? If you don't have the love for the animal, it just.
You know what's really cool is when people see that you're enjoying and interacting with an animal, and then you've got their attention, and then you can explain to them, you know, how amazing these tortoises are in your eyes, and then it opens up their eyes.
Yeah.
Wow, I never would have thought that. This is amazing. Thank you so much. So by expressing your passion, you're creating another passion in somebody else.
Yeah, and I've seen that. I've been doing this for 35 years. So there's been people that have come through as a ranch hand when they started raking pens and everything, and have gone on to be doctors and vets and stuff like that. So my friend Brad Locke, he's up at the Oklahoma Zoo. He was over here in, you know Brad Locke?
Rings a bell.
Yeah, he was also over here in Georgia.
Okay.
Yeah, so he started here. This was his first job with reptiles. Yeah, Brad Locke. Yeah.
Can I take a picture of his beautiful face?
Oh, please. You can do anything. Take
I
videos.
like he's just.
What you were saying to like enjoy. That's why I always usually do my first visit, whatever, and I keep the cameras away. They come second, like for me with my.
Yeah.
Because I enjoy it, like really enjoy it. And then I'm like, okay, now I'm gonna film.
Oh my goodness, that's
Isn't
it. That's it.
Well, guys, we're gonna get out of the sun here. You want to go see the big tortoises now?
Big?
Yeah, the big ones we have in the back.